welcome to Smoky Mountain Lash Bees, where lashes led to bees. So today is probably going to be a not so happy day. We are going into my problem child hive that I've struggled with. Got pollen coming in. I just saw a bright pair of yellow pollen pans. But there's not much activity. We've done 10 days of a treatment, but I can't count now how many wax moths I have now killed. Well, let's see if they bring it out, because it just went in. Yep, there, they just chased it out. That's good. But the wax moths. So the pests know this hive is weak. It's been broodless for a long time, so I don't even know if the queen's still in there, if she survived the Formic Pro treatment or not. Typically when you do the 10-day treatment, you're actually doing 20 days, and you pop it open at 10 days and put another strip on and leave it for another 10 days. I don't think this hive could survive that from what I've seen on the outside. We are going to go and see. There goes some more pollen pants. We're gonna go in and see what's going on. I have brought out a nuke box. It's the only nuke box I have, but I've brought out a nuke box. If I need to, I will be reducing it down. That way I can save comb, because wax moths and small hive beetles destroy frames like crazy, the comb. So we're gonna go in and see what's happening. Another thing, we're gonna go in, and this is my other red top. This is the other hive that had no brood. They are very active post-treatment, and since they had no brood, I did the 10 days. I'm gonna see how they're doing. If they're still doing really well inside, and if there's brood, I might throw on the second strip to see. Everybody else is staying at 14 days. I'm doing that. This is the two hives I split. That were the double tower. You see the one that stayed basically in the same spot is very active. The one that did not is not as active. All the foragers went back to that one. So these two have not been treated yet. I'm going to put a treatment on that one. I'm going to open this one up and see what they look like inside before I decide treatment. Either way, both of them are being treated. It has a 5-frame nuke because the top box is full of honey. There wasn't room for her to lay in it. So the brood's all on the bottom, and there's only 5 frames of brood in this one. So now let's get to work. Alright. Give them a little smoke. It's 70-something degrees outside, so it's a little cooler than what it's normally been. Weeds out of my way here. Here. So I've seen a lot of beekeepers saying the gals have been a little testy. We'll see how this hive does. What do we got on the top here? There's a small hive beetle. Here's one. Horrible, it's smishing it. Okay. So we've got bees on this frame. We've got a good covering of bees for a 5-frame nuke. But the problem is, as of last time, there was no brood. I could find eggs, they would never raise in the brood. So let's see. On the Pro. they have been eating on this frame. It's almost empty. This was a fairly full frame. This frame still has a little bit, but not much heft to it. See a little bit of nectar. A little bit of nectar and some bee bread. Well, they've got nectar built up in here. That's all shiny nectar they've been bringing in. There is a little bit of a flow going on. Bee bread and nectar. Nectar they're putting in the top. No visible food. Step out in the sun with this one. There are eggs. Single eggs. This may be the frame I put in last, but it is that I put into them. 2022 frame. I'm pretty sure this is when I put into them. So they have a little bit of cap left, and it is laid up with eggs. Gonna see if I see Big Mama. I don't have hopes for this hive. I really don't. Laid up with eggs. I mean, it's covered with eggs. This would be the frame I gave them to boost their numbers. It's all laid back up. It's got eggs in it. But why is there nothing beyond eggs? The last of the brood from it haven't hatched out. They're about to. Full of bee bread, nectar. I need to take it out in the sun and look at it here in just a second. See what this looks like out in the sun. Eggs. Eggs, eggs, eggs. I may just leave them, give them another treatment, give them one more opportunity. I mean, that's a waste of expense for the treatment, but they seem to have a coverage. The wax moths have been on the outside, but I don't see any signs on the inside. They're bringing in nectar and pollen. That's all bee bread and nectar with some capped. So they've got food stores if they would just raise young. Nectar and bee bread. See what this next frame is. It looks kind of empty. Yep, totally laid up with, or stored up with food stores. So they're bringing in, there's definitely a nectar flow going on. They're bringing in food stores. There's eggs on at least 3 or 4 frames. So I'm gonna experiment and see what happens. See if they perk up or they die down, which means I'm gonna give them, if I get everybody smoked back into place, I'll give them one more treatment, give them the full 20 days, and we'll see what happens. Which I can't feed while they're being treated. All right, on to the next one. All right, this is my other red top hive that had no brood. This is Liz. And I do apologize for any coughing, whatnot. I have had a head cold. Alright, let's look, if my camera was standing, we'll look at Daisy and see how she looks inside before I decide if I'm going to might treat her just yet. I need to, because I need to feed them. Ooh, hive beetles have gotten in here. Alright. We got 5 frames. They need to be treated. Alright, last one to get into today. Ooh-wee. They come at me. I honestly don't want to open this box up. It's got to be treated, but I don't want to open it. What the heck? What is wrong with y'all? Trying to turn it where it's facing away from me, crack, so that they fly out away from me, not right at my legs.